Hey everyone, and welcome to my video going over my current small PS1 collection. It isn't much to marvel at for the moment, but I wanted to put this video together as a nice starting point to look back on in the future. Now, as you can see, I do unfortunately have quite a few games loose, like this copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. I do plan on reprinting some of the artwork for these in the future, but for now, I just wanted to save the money by getting it loose. My main purpose for collecting these games is the ability to play them, and not necessarily looking good on the shelf. And with the way prices are currently, sometimes a complete in-box version just doesn't really seem worth it at all. For an example, just look at this copy of Sayuki Journey West. I got it for $30 loose, and you can see where it got crossed out here. It was $100 complete in box. I mean, I'll save $70 all day long as I get to play the game. Vagrant's story right now is kind of the highlight of my collection. I have it complete in box, including the manual, and it's all in very nice condition in my opinion. Quick shout out to my girlfriend for getting it for me. This copy of Vandal Hearts is also very nice. Same thing, complete in box. Last thing to show is my loose copy of Wild Arms, and that's it for my whole PS1 collection. Like I said, it isn't much now, but I'm rebuilding from what I used to have, which was a very large collection before I sold it, and it should be fun to look back on this video once I grow it into something much larger. Now, one thing I made sure not to get rid of when I sold my collection was these unique colored controllers. It was always kind of hard to come across these. Most of them I picked up from yard sales or occasionally at a game store selling one for a reasonable price. One interesting thing about the controllers is some of these are PSONE, PS1 controllers, and the older ones are just PlayStation. So finding colored controllers are a lot harder for the ones that aren't the PS1 variants. So I am pretty proud of this clear controller I picked up that is just a older PlayStation controller. Now, one other cool controller fact that I made sure I had in my collection was before DualShock was officially released by Sony, they actually came out with a normal analog controller. This had no vibration function, and I'm not sure if they are rare, but they had a very short release window as DualShock came out really quickly after this. But I've only ever seen one of these kinds of controllers out in the wild, so when I saw it, I just had to pick it up. The major noticeable difference that you'll see immediately is the analog stick is simply indented, and it has no rubber sleeve to keep your finger from slipping off. I also made sure to collect some basic non-analog controllers too, and then I also have a red color variant, which is pretty cool to have around. I also am carrying one of every PlayStation release variant. The original release, as you can see, has the parallel port along with the red, yellow, and white video out on top of the usually proprietary Sony cable video out, which is super unique to me. After that, they did away with the red, yellow, and white video out, but they did keep the parallel port on these. And then with the third variant, they ended up removing the parallel port altogether. And then after that, of course, I had to get one of the PSONEs, which is basically a PlayStation Slim. Alright, last quick things to show here. I have this cool Sony sign that lights up that I actually found dumpster diving, weirdly enough, and the original box that came with my childhood PlayStation. I also have this really cool PlayStation carrying bag that I ended up finding and purchasing at a yard sale. Oh, almost forgot. I actually have one long box game, and it is Warhawk. But that's going to be the whole collection, guys. I know it's a pretty quick video, but I hope you enjoyed seeing what I have so far. I really appreciate you coming by and watching, and I hope you stick around to see how the collection starts to grow. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in a future little update video.